In this video, I want us to have a look at the response coming from Noordin, NIS Director General. Earlier in the day, Rigathi issued a press statement where he attacked Noordin and called for the resignation of Noordin for failing to inform William Ruto that the country was against the Finance Bill 2024. Noordin later responded for immediate release. This evening, I have been totally taken aback by comments emanating from the Deputy President Rigathi to the effect that the National Intelligence Service, of which I am deeply honored to be the Director General, either gave false intel to the President over the ongoing national protests or didn't detect them in advance. I have utmost respect for the office of the Deputy President, so I do not wish to be drawn into an altercation with the current holder. But since he has brought my reputation and that of the service into disrepute, I am constrained to state as hereunder. Number one, the NIS Director General reports directly to the President as Commander-in-Chief. The role of the President as Commander-in-Chief has no deputy, so the Deputy President won't know what the service presents to the President in its reports. The DP's actions and words suggest that he has a personal interest in the intelligence briefs revolving around the protests. Could it be that he is worried that the NIS may have pinned responsibility at his doorstep? Number three, I was Deputy Director at NIS when I was appointed DPP, not a junior officer as alleged by the DP. My appointment as the Director General was deserved and I was qualified. The DP is still bitter that many of his tribesmen who are serving in the NIS but sabotaging His Excellency President William Ruto were removed from the service. It can only mean that the DP's desire is to sabotage the president in the hope that if the president falls, he can benefit from it. Number five, the DP should be aware that this service has files and extensive information about him that are damaging to him, but we have kept it under wraps. We invite him to shed off the DP's tag so that this service can show him what a personal fight looks like. The men and women who serve the NIS have committed to professionalism, integrity, and good ideals. We shall not fall prey to the DP's tribal politics of division. Neither will we tailor our intelligence to fit into the DP's power-hungry designs. Whatever his problems are, the NIS is not party to them, and he must carry his heavy cross. Signed, Noordin CBS OGW Director General, National Intelligence Service. Hiyo ni tamu sana. There is a very interesting part here. The DP should be aware that this service has files and extensive information about him that are damaging to him, but we have kept it under wraps. We invite him to shed off the DP tag so that this service can show him what a personal fight looks like. So NIS Director General is saying they have several files implicating Rigathi Gachagua. Atoe hiyo kofia ya Deputy President ndio aonyeshwe kivumbi. I want us to put all this into perspective for Kenyans to understand what all this means. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. Let's proceed. Noordin Haji is just confirming that he's incompetent and that he's not up to the task. He's saying he has got several files implicating Rigathi Gachagua. Why is it that he has never taken Rigathi Gachagua to court? So here we are seeing some forms of political expedience where people are being viewed as per their positions and political affiliations. That's an indictment on the NIS director. So Noordin Haji here is confirming that he's doing his job with some political and position considerations. He's not neutral. That's what I'm seeing here. And now to Rigathi Gachagua, when Kenyans were demonstrating last year during, as you know, demonstrations, it's believed that Rigathi Gachagua was the engine behind the police brutalities. Listening to Rigathi Gachagua speaking today, he was blaming NIS for having not informed Ruto that the country was against that finance bill. Why not him, Rigathi, informing Ruto that the country was against that finance bill? Ruto knew that the country was against the finance bill, so Haji here cannot carry all that burden. We know that Ruto is a person who can't be advised. In fact, instead of you advising Ruto, Ruto is the one who wants to advise even his advisors. Ruto can't be advised. So again, Rigathi was just being hypocritical. Rigathi's disappointment was that demonstrators and protesters were able to occupy parliament. Rigathi never liked that. He wanted those demonstrators, if possible, to be killed. That's why he's blaming NIS director. So just as I've been saying here, Rigathi is an ethnic chauvinist, a negative tribalist, and Kenyans, please, should not sympathize with Rigathi Gachagua. Uhuru was better than Ruto. Ruto is better than Rigathi Gachagua. That's what Kenyans should know. And this is why I've always maintained that Ruto, Rigathi Gachagua, and all their members of parliament, they should all be rejected. We should not reject Ruto while sympathizing with Rigathi. None of them is fit holding a public office. They are all incompetent. And Rigathi is worse off than Ruto. The kind of hatred he's exhibiting, he's worse off than Ruto. So Kenya should reject all these leaders equally. I'm seeing a very disjointed government, a government fighting itself. I'm also seeing a Rigathi Gachagua who is very desperate for sympathy. The demonstrations took that attention from him. Before the demonstration started, Rigathi was getting some good sympathy and all attention was on him. The demonstrations came and it took away that attention from him. So he's still desperate for that sympathy. I think he should be rejected. And it's also clear he's fighting Noordin Haji because Noordin Haji is not a Kikuyu. That's also something coming out very clearly. Because listening to Rigathi, he was saying that there were some people who were holding positions in NIS who were removed by Noordin Haji. And the people he was mentioning were all Kikuyus. So again, I'm seeing a tribal personality masquerading as our deputy president. He's not fit occupying that position as a deputy president. That's part of the presidency, and one is expected to behave and act as a symbol of national unity. Rigathi is behaving as a symbol of maybe Madeira. But even that Madeira yesterday, we saw some of his allies being chased away. So even that ground is pretending to be defending might not be appreciating all these tribal remarks coming from him. Let me stop it there. In case you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe in order not to miss our next analysis. And to those watching us outside Kenya, drop a comment, let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. If possible, subscribe, give the video a like. Thank you. God bless you.